Come on. Like, instead of Wakanda, it should have been called Where Are the Men?
Guys, welcome back to the second half of this video. So this lady is getting some crap for what she had to say about the, what's it called, the Black Panther 2. I'm gonna go ahead and play it real quick for you guys if you guys have not seen her yet. She's cute.
So I just left seeing Wakanda Forever, and I'm pissed. I am pissed because if Pushing an Agenda was a movie, this would be in the forefront of that. This was Woman King on steroids. If you think that I'm gonna believe 100-pound black woman soaking wet is just an almighty warrior and can just body dudes like it's no tomorrow, come on. Like, instead of Wakanda, it should have been called Where Are the Men? Because they was not there, they were not present, and the ones that was there was weak. But all the women that was in the movie was just brolic, built, strong Hercules. What is this saying to us? Perpetuating the idea of the strong black woman and a subservient black effeminate man. I just think it's disgusting. I'm completely upset by the movie. And, man, if this Kyrie Irving didn't teach me anything, it's when you put your life, career in the hands of other people that don't look like you, then they can make you do whatever they want you to do. And this movie does not represent what African culture is. It doesn't represent what our culture needs to be. So, nah, I'm good on Wakanda. Where are the men?
So she's cute.
So yeah, I said that about the first Black Panther. I wasn't a big fan of that either. I don't like what's the who makes them? The movie Marvel. So they're gonna make it as like it's like a superhero movie. But the truth is that it's what we've been saying. She's saying what we've been saying this whole time, that they're trying to eliminate black men and making black men to be effeminate and not necessary. Black women cannot dominate black men, and I mean, or men. Period. Men are stronger than women. So the idea that these women, like Angelina Jolie, if you watch the movie Salt, that these little 100-pound women can suddenly beat up these like huge men that are in tip-top shape. It's bull.
They're trying to make women look like they are above men. This is what they're doing, and this is not even. This woman. Thank you.
This is not. Lord, she's right. This is not. This does not represent African culture. This whole fake Wakanda world. I'm not one of these people that walk around. You know, I got people my age on Instagram walking around. Oh, Wakanda. You know, whatever. It's a fictitious world, and honestly, you know, it's like in America, black people we own nothing really. We scream and love it when we go watch it in movies, but in real life, it's baby daddy central. You know what I mean?
We're so strong and so it's strong and proud in the movies, and in real life we're like, oh, baby daddy. When we first saw, you know, so a long time ago when we used to do our little facial video things, but we mentioned that's when Black Panther was like new.
Kind of.
It's kind of new. So we saw it. We didn't go to see it, but we just kind of saw it, streamed it, and we were just highly disappointed in the whole thing. Because this was back then. I'm talking about back then when we were doing back a long time ago. We didn't like the original one. And then we said that on our video. We said that. And people were like, this is showing black people as all black cast and black producers and black directors and black. Right? And I'm like, you shouldn't be talking down to this movie. And me and Kara like, that movie sucked. So I said, well, okay, it's showing black people in this great powerful role. Then why at the very end of it is a white man that
save the world?
Save the world. Like, what the? So I'm like, so what do you mean? Like, I didn't think that the first one was good.
Unlike her, I didn't watch the movie, and I don't watch it.
We didn't watch it.
I'm not interested in watching any more.
After that first one, I didn't want to see
where black women are being portrayed as the leader of the pack. We already have a huge matriarchy in the black community in America. I don't need to watch it on a Hollywood version of what black success looks like. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I don't.
Remember Coming to America too?
That made me so mad.
We talked about that too back when it happened. We talked about that too. And same thing. Same thing. They got the women. The men looked all goofy. They always had the men looking like goofballs.
Three strong daughters in Africa, and then the one that he has his illegitimate son in New York. He's a goofball.
He's a goofball. A dummy.
And then at the end, his daughter becomes They never had a woman become the king of his area, where in Africa. But at this one, he finally lets his oldest daughter do it. Well, whatever.
It's like, man. And then even
I'm disappointed in Eddie Murphy with that.
But even like the woman that he married, the lighter complected lady, I don't know her name, but she's real pretty. But his wife in the movie, even she got a little bit more ghetto.
Yeah, she got out of the ghetto. She became ghetto. When
she got to Africa, they ghettoed her up.
All of a sudden drinking and getting drunk with the ghetto mom from New York. You know what I mean? It's just like it was a tragedy, really. You know what I mean? Because I know what they're doing. Eddie Murphy, everyone waited for that sequel for a really long time. And let's keep it real. Coming to America is one of the most iconic.
It is such a good movie
of all time. Like, I love that movie. And to see a sequel. And the reason why I wanted to see it is because, of course, I'm a big fan of it, but I was really disappointed in the fact that he went woke.
Yeah,
he went really woke, and I knew he was going to do it. And you know what, guys? Like Matt Walsh said, this is the problem with movies today. And don't even bother spending your money to go see any of them, because this is what they're going to do in every movie. I don't care if it's black, white people, Asian people. It's always going. They're always. I was watching. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie The Christmas Chronicles.
Oh yeah,
okay. It was Kurt Russell's. That's his last movie. It was really cute, cute little Christmas.
2016,
2018.
18.
They're really cute. He has his wife in it. It was, but they didn't really show her to the end. But it was just a really cute little film. The second one comes out,
woke.
It angers me because I'm just thinking to myself, what is this? I can't stand watching anything
with agenda.
Just regular shows anymore. I can't stand watching regular television. I can't stand any of these new movies.
I know.
It's just. Ugh.
And I know when she went to go see it, I'm sure she was, because she saw, I think she may saw, I didn't even see Woman King. Because just the title alone, first of all, the title alone just is like, what? No, I'm not going to see a movie called Woman King.
You don't get to be a king when you're a woman. You get to be a queen. That's it.
What are we doing? Woman King. What does that tell you? They are trying to completely diminish men.
The other day, some transgender guy, some man won beauty queen.
I know. I was going to talk about that.
So he was a queen. You know what I mean?
I think I have that clip.
I'm saying. It's just like this whole idea that gender doesn't matter. Just it's a bull. It is.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry. We need strong men. Yeah. Okay, and I'm not really about. I don't want to see black men turn into some joke.
And having black women over here, like every time I see a movie, it's like always like the woman is always like saving her husband, or she's the one.
Remember that movie Us?
Us. Yeah, Jordan Peele's movie, Us. Okay, great movie. Love the movie. The whole storyline was, he's very fascinating the way he writes.
Woke.
Remember
that part where she was just like, "You're not in control."
Yeah, she said this to him. I'm thinking,
the father of these two kids said it right in front of her kids too. Like this tall. She's like what a $125.
Yeah,
and her husband's like 6'4". You know what I mean? And you're telling this man he's not in charge.
They're adding that in there for a reason. This is all on purpose. And I don't blame her. I do not blame this woman for even saying that. Now I can't imagine. I don't know who she is. Y'all know who she is. I have no idea who she is. But I'm sure she got some crap for this.
Why don't you honor him by honoring men?
That would be nice.
Why do we have to always do stuff?
Yeah,
like where, you know what I mean?
Honor the man.
What do they put when you're talking about black stuff? Everybody puts a black square.
It's like,
or the Ukraine stuff, or we wear white for
the black square. I didn't do it.
Or the Ukraine colors to save Ukraine. Or now we're gonna all wear white. Yeah. Why don't we all stop with the symbolism?
I hate the symbolism. And
symbolism isn't helping.
It's always a hashtag.
You know what I mean? It's just like, why don't we honor Chadwick by honoring men?
How about that?
Why would we not replace him on the movie for women?
Why don't you make that whole movie where just a lot of strong black men?
Yeah, let's see it, because there are a lot of
winning and fighting for the black women, and black women can sit back and support. How about that? How about we do that?
Like you set women up to get their self hurt.
Yeah,
because they're gonna go out in the world and they can fight like that, right? And they're gonna get meet some guy on the street that's on some kind of drug, and he's like 6 feet tall, and they're just gonna get beat up.
I know, and they're gonna be like, "No, Wakanda forever."
I was watching the other day. I was watching Steven Crowder. He did a man on the. He did one of those. What is that thing he does?
Change my mind.
Change my mind. He did one at a college, a Texas college or university, and it was women should not be in combat.
Oh God!
Women should not be in combat or in the police department. Now, I have said before, I do not think women should be cops.
I don't think
I think that they should be in combat either. Honestly, if I call the police, a man better show up. I do not want to see some woman that's my height. Like, well, did you see that one video with that lady? She's like a 23-year-old cop, and she was wrestling with a 70-year-old man, and he was.
Oh, I did see this.
Throwing her around. Yeah. A 70-year-old man.
Throwing her around.
And she can't. You know that male police officers, but they don't even need their gun. They're physically strong, so they can hold. The gun is usually the last resort they're supposed to use. But they can. Yeah. They can physically deal with men, other men, women. I mean, even in the military, I understood that. I mean, back in the day when they were all saying women shouldn't be in the military. Look, I think there are things in the military women can do. Yes. So I'm not saying women should never be in the military. You know, what I'm saying though, that I can understand where in combat that can be a distraction, because men, the natural reflex of men is to protect women and children. Yeah. So if you're in combat and you see this woman, it throws you off because your natural instinct is to protect her.
I feel like that's what they were highlighting in G.I. Jane, the movie G.I. Jane. Remember the part where the fake gets captured? Oh, yeah. Okay. And then they beat her up. They beat her up because that is what they will do. And they beat her up. Rape her too. And the guys, her platoon is just watching her get beat up. And they can't say anything, but they really want. They're getting mad. Yeah, they're getting upset because they don't want to see a woman get beat up like this. And I feel like it would be, I can get why that would be a distraction for a lot of Marines. Or,
she was trained with Navy SEALs, right?
She was Navy SEALs, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Navy SEALs, okay.
I mean, saying
I don't know, y'all.
If there's a woman that can, see, Steven Crowder though was saying, this was his point was, is that ever since women started going into male spaces, the criteria has gone down. Yes. So so whenever you're in the military, for instance, you have to do a certain amount of push-ups and pull-ups and everything. Well, women can do half as the amount as men can do, but they still they aced it. Yeah. Men have to do way more. Yeah. To get into that, thing. So he was just saying that I think that, so the women were saying, well, what's wrong with that? And he was just like, because I think that you should, these are life or death jobs. Yeah. So you should be, if you're a woman that can do 100 pull-ups, then maybe you can do it. Yeah. But if you can't do it,
don't lower the standard.
But they lowered the bar so that women can enter.
So that means that
dangerous for us.
Yeah. So that's not equality. Yeah, that's not. So women are like, we have equal rights. That's not equality.
And you're talking to two girls who have an aunt as a cop.
Right. Yeah.
She was a cop. She was one of the first cops in Indianapolis, actually, in the 60s.
Yes, our aunt was one of the first.
And I saw her in action. She is kind of scary. But when I've seen her in action when I was a teenager. So she's kind of scary. But what I'm saying is that there's a lot of things I can do, and I'm trying to tell you that if I got attacked, and I have been attacked, and I know that the guy who raped me was over 6'4". Right. And there was nothing I could do. Right. Imagine if I was a cop and I was dealing with men.
Yes. How are you going to do that?
I'd have to have a gun.
There was a long...
You know what I mean? I have to kill you first.
What's what? Second Amendment. Second Amendment women.
Yeah. No, Second Amendment for women. Yeah, I was saying, I don't know why people want to take your guns, because I believe in second,
There was a long time ago in the hotel, I had to call, it was a while back, I had to call the police because there was a fight in one of the rooms, and it was two guys. So I called the police. I wasn't gonna go. I just heard the fight. I'm like, I'm not going to that room, right? So I called the police. Came, right, and it was two women. Okay, so I'm like, okay, now I'm not even gonna lie. This is all truthful. We can all be true here. I'm true and honest. Okay, my first thought was, like, I know the guys that were in, like, I remember checking these people in, so I know how big they are, and I know they're in a fight right now, so I don't know how these women are. So they knocked on the door, and the guys came out. They're very aggressive, of course, and so the ladies are telling one of them to come out. They didn't come out, and so they tried to forcibly remove one of the guys. Y'all, He pushed this woman like she didn't weigh nothing. This was a woman cop that wasn't small. Like she looked like she worked out. Like she was kind of built.
And they all do.
They all do. Yeah. Like
most of all the lady cops.
Yeah, like she looked like legit. Like she can do some harm. You know, in an MMA fight with a woman. You know what I mean? But just nothing. Like he just pushed her right out of the way. So then she had to call from backup, right? So there's two women. Call for backup. Backup comes is two men. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the situation was handled. It was handled. Like it was handled. Like he couldn't. It's the strength of men that we just don't have. And I'm sick of women pretending they can do that. You can't do it. It's very dangerous thing you can do it. Now look, are there some women that are like oddly strong and can a woman beat a man at something? Yeah, a woman could beat a man at something. But we're talking about the majority, the vast majority, all of it. And you can't. No. The answer is no. The answer to that's no. We're not equal in that way.
Not to mention, like I think Stephen was saying, not to mention that when these these female cops enter, when they interact with these men, that they have to stop.
Yeah.
There are some that are on drugs. So they're not only big, but they're also hopped up on
something else.
Something else. And he was just like, so how do you handle that when you know you can't?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just like, it actually makes us more. It makes the streets more dangerous.
Right.
Because most guys that get pulled over by women they're not afraid.
Yeah.
They feel like they can handle a woman. They get much more weirded out when male cops, show up. And believe me, like I said,
I was a little uneasy.
I really do want a male cop.
Well, I'm saying I was uneasy in that situation because I knew, like I didn't know the strength of these women. I didn't know if they had maneuvers they can do. You know what I mean? I didn't know. I knew they were going to pull out their guns and stuff. So I figured they're going to try to de-escalate it as much as possible. But you can't, not with people acting like that. You know what I mean? You can't do it. But my first instinct was, oh my God, it's two women. Oh no. Like, I was right. I was right. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But I feel like when I see, so when we have things like Woman King and we're putting this facade out into the world as if women are men, it is really hard to watch. It's hard for feminine women to watch, especially. Yeah,
I love shows
I don't like
Charlie's Angels. And every time I watch the show, what I love about it is that they always get beat up.
They always get
beat up. And it takes two of them to try. It usually takes all three of them to stop one guy. And that's realistic to me. Of course, those three women that are like 120 pounds apiece, you know what I mean, are not going to be able to take any of these guys. So they usually have to do it. And if they do something alone, they usually get caught, beat up, and but that is real.
That's real.
Now, fast forward to the Drew Barrymore and the Cameron Diaz and Lucy Liu. Now they can just fight men. You know what I mean? It's a bull.
How?
You know what I mean? I mean, let's just keep it real. We need men, okay? I know that women don't want to hear that, but men are stronger than us. The average man is stronger than the average woman. It's insane what we're doing.
I know.
It's funny, but on some other level, it's also just dangerous to make women think that they can do this.
I know. Because now they're going to see Black Panther 2 and see these women slay all these men. And
never dated a guy I could beat up.
No, and I don't want that.
There's never been a guy I've ever dated that I know I could take him. I'd have to kill him.
Yeah.
I'd have to use something.
Yeah.
I can't just use my physical. He would beat me up. There is no man that I can think of that I've dated that couldn't take me.
And we're trying to pretend right now that that's not accurate, that you can do anything, Carol.
At the same time, I don't want to be able to take him because I want.
Yeah.
If I ever get married, I want him to protect me.
Right.
I don't want to be, with some guy who's looking at me to go down and check to see who's downstairs.
Right.
You know what I mean? No. What are we doing here? What are we saying? It's just, it's stupid. She's right. Yeah, the girl's right.
Yeah, the girl's right.
The reason why she probably went viral is because she's young. They're like, oh my God, a young girl doesn't believe in
young and black.
So good for her.
Yeah, young
More
and
black girls need to do that.
Thank you, black woman, for
you.
For telling that truth. Because a lot won't. All right? And you are accurate. There is definitely a war on men though. I'm not for that at all.
It's like Jason Whitlock was making fun of Woman King because he said, what's her name? Who's the Woman King? The Viola Davis is over 50 years old, and they were like, yeah, right. She's over here taking out these like young men in their prime, and this grandma is sitting here beating up these men. And that's funny because that's true.
It is.
This is not happening, and she was in good shape, but he's just saying that there's no way Grandma King.
Yeah.
You know, he's over here taking on these men in their prime, just one after another. It's just like, it's just a lie.
She's like slaying them and beating them, throwing them out.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And anytime I watch these shows, like I'm telling you, I love that movie Salt. That is one of the
I love that movie.
But I'm just keeping it real. Angelina Jolie did not.
No, she didn't.
She not.
That girl's a
in real life, she would have been broken in half.
She's a toothpick.
This
girl's a toothpick with breasts.
Not even with any real muscle tone.
No,
she's just skinny as.
You
know what I mean? The movie with writing was good. That's what saved that movie.
Yeah.
But the idea that woman could take all of those big men.
Yeah. It was interesting to see her maneuver through it.
Yeah. But mostly she had weapons. Sometimes
she even created one.
She did. So I'm just saying, it's just unlikely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true. All right, you guys. So yeah, that's a mess. I do like that the lady said that. I like that she's black, and I like that she kept it 100% real. So, tell us what you think about. Do you guys even care about the Black Panther series? Did you guys like the first one? Because I didn't even want to see the second one because I didn't like the first one. I thought it was crap. But, you know, let us know. Leave some comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on that.
And also, shout out to men for protecting us and nobody cares.
Yes, exactly. Like, thank you.
You know, for men for protecting us and nobody seems to care about that.
Yeah, shout out to the real men out there. Right. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.